Sa ating mga nakaraang video, ating napag-aralan ang 3 methods ng pagkuha ng LCM, katulad ng multiple listing method, continuous division method at prime factorization method. Ngayon sa video ito, pagtutuunan natin ang pansin ng continuous division method. Pag-aaralan natin iba't ibang solusyon ng pagkuha ng LCM gamit ang method na ito. So let's start example number 1. Find the LCM of 36, 48, and 64. First, write the given numbers in horizontal line or in a row, separating them with commas, then draw the inverted division. Now, kung ating mapapansin, 36 and 48, 64 ay exactly divisible by 2, so we will apply the step number 2 using these prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. So we can divide these 3 numbers by the first prime number, which is 2. So we'll divide this by 2. So ang sagot o yung quotient ay ilalagay dito natin sa ilalim ng numbers na ito dito sa next row. Now kapag ang number cannot be divided, ang gagawin lang natin ay ibababa lang natin dito sa next row. So 36 divided by 2, so that is 18. 48 divided by 2, so that's equal to 24. 64 divided by 2, so that's equal to 32. Now continue the process. Since 18, 24, and 32 are not co-prime number, so we'll still continue the process number 2 and step number 3 hanggang sa maging co-prime number sila. So we'll divide them by a suitable prime number. 18, 24, and 32 are exactly divisible the first prime number, which is 2. So divide this again by, yung answer, which is the quotient, ay ilalagay din natin dito sa ilalim. So 18 divided by 2, so that is 9. 24 divided by 2, so equal to 12. 32 by 2, so that is 16. Then continue the process, step 2 and step 3 until hanggang sa maging co-prime number ang numbers na ito. 9 and 12 can be divided by the next prime number, which is 3. We cannot divide this by 2 anymore. So we'll divide 9 and 12 by the next prime number, which is 3. So 9 divided by 3, so that is equal to 3. 12 divided by 3, so that is 4. 16 cannot be divided by 3, so ang gagawin lang natin, ibababa lang natin ang 16 dito sa ilalim ng number in the next row, so that is 16. And then, continue the process since 3, 4, 16 are not co-prime, so we will divide this again, this by 2. Since 4 and 16, at least 2 of the given numbers can be divided by 2. What about 3? So ibababa lang natin dito yung 3 sa next row. So we'll divide 4 and 16 by 2. So 3 divided by 2 cannot be. Bring it down here, 3 here. 4 divided by 2, so that is 2. 16 divided by 2, so that is 8. Again, 3, 2, 8 are not co-prime, so we'll still continue the process hanggang sa maging co-prime numbers ang mga numbers dito sa baba. 2 and 8 can exactly divisible by 2. So we'll use the prime number 2. So 3 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. So 3. 2 divided by 2, so that is 1. 8 divided by 2, so that is 4. 3 and 1 are prime numbers, but 4 is not. So we'll divide this by 2. So divide it again by 2, so we have 3 divided by 2 cannot be divided, so bring it down here. 1 divided by 2 cannot be, bring it down here. 4 divided by 2, so that is 2. Now, kung mapansin nyo, 3, 1, and 2 are co-prime. So then, therefore, para makuha natin ang LCM, we will multiply this prime divisor multiplied by this prime quotient. So the prime divisor now are 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. And the prime quotient are 3 and 2. Multiplying it, LCM is equal to 2 times 2, we have 4, times 3, 12, times 2, 24, times 2, 48, times 2, 96, times 3, 288, times 2 equal 576. So we have the next problem. Find the LCM of 45, 60, and 81. So ang una natin gagawin dito ay isusulat natin ang given numbers in horizontal line or in a row. 45, 60, and 81. And then the next step, we will divide the given number by a suitable prime number which exactly divide at least 2 of the given number. Since 45, 60, 81 are not prime number, we cannot exactly divide that by 2. So we'll try to use 5 first. Although we can use 3, but let us try the prime number 5. So we'll divide this by 5. And then yung sagot or yung quotient ay ilalagay natin dito sa directly under the numbers in the next row. Now, if the numbers is not divided exactly by the given numbers or given prime number, we will bring it down in the next row. So 45 divided by 5, so that is 9. 60 divided by 5, so that is 12. 81 divided by 5 cannot be, so we will bring it down here. And then, we will continue the process of step 2 and step 3 hanggang sa maging co-prime numbers ang matitira sa last row. So, we'll use step number 2. So, we will divide this again by a suitable prime number. So, we have this prime number, 2, 3, 5, 7. 9, 12, 81 are exactly divisible by 3. So, we will divide this by prime number 3. So again, we will place the answer or the quotient directly under the numbers in the next row. So 9 divided by 3, so that is 3. 12 divided by 3, so that's equal to 4. 81 divided by 3, that is equal to 27. 3, 4, 27 are not co-prime. So we'll continue the process hanggang sa maging co-prime numbers ang last row. We'll use the step number 2. So we'll divide it again by a suitable prime number. So 3 and 27 can be divided by 3. At least 2 of the given numbers. So we have 3 and 27 can be divided by 3. So we'll divide this by 3. So 3 divided by 3, so that is 1. 4 divided by 3 cannot be divided. So ang gagawin natin dito ay ilalagay lang natin siya dito sa ilalim. So 4 by 3, so lagay lang natin dito by sa ilalim. So that is 4. 27 divided by 3, so that is 9. 1, 4, 9 are not co-prime, so we will continue the process. So step 2, so we'll divide them again by a suitable prime number. 4 can be divided by 2. So we'll make use of 2 here. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. 4 divided by 2, that is simply 2. 9 cannot be divided by 2, so we'll bring it down here. Now 1, 2, 9 are not co-prime, so we still continue the process. So we'll follow the step 2 and 3 again. 2 can be divided by 2, so we'll divide this by prime number 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. 2 divided by 2, so that's exactly 1. 9 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here, the next row. So we have 9. Now 1 and 1, 9 is not a prime number. Okay, so we'll divide 9 by the next prime number, which is 3. So divided by 3. So 1 divided by 3, so cannot be, bring it down here. 1 divided by 3, so kakopihin lang natin dito sa baba. 9 divided by 3, so that is equal to 3. Now, mapapansin natin na ang 1, 1, 3 are all co-prime numbers now. Na para makuha natin ang LCM ng 45, 6, and 81, imumultiply lang natin ito tinatawag na prime divisor at imumultiply natin dito sa prime quotient. So then, therefore, the LCM is simply the product of 5 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 3 and then times 3. So we have 5 times 3, 15, times 3, 45, times 2, 90, times 2, 180, times 3, 540, times 3, so that's equal to 1,620. So the LCD of 45, 60, 81 is 1620. This is the least common multiple na pwedeng i-divide by 45, by 60, by 81 na ang sagot ay eksakto. Next, so we have the first solution which is 1620. What about solving the same problem with second solution and the third solution? Dito, ginamit natin ang pag-divide ng 45, 60, 81 by 5. So what about dividing this number by 3 directly? So let us try. So we have 45, 60, 81 can be divided exactly by 3. So we'll divide it by 3. So 45 divided by 3, so that's equal to 15. 60 divided by 3, so that is equal. 81 divided by 3 can also be written as 27. Now 15, 20, 27 cannot be divided by 2. Since 15 and 27 can be divided by 3, so we can divide it by 3. So we have 3 here. So 15 divided by 3, so that is 5. 20 divided by 3 cannot be, so we bring it down here. 27 can be divided by 3, which is 9. Now 5 and 20, which is at least 2 number, exactly divisible by the next prime number, which is 5. But 9 cannot be divided by 5. So let us divide 5 and 20 by 5. So we have 5 divided by 5, so that is 1. 20 divided by 5, so that is 4. 9 divided by 5 cannot be, so bring it down here. Now 1, 4, 9 are not co-prime number. Again, we will continue the process hanggang maging co-prime ang matitira dito sa last row. So 4 can be divided by 2, so let us divide it by 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, bring it down here. 4 divided by 2, so that is 2. 9 divided by 2, so hindi pa pwede, bababa lang natin yung 9. Then 1, 2, 9 are not co-prime, so therefore we'll continue the process hanggang sa maging co-prime ang pinaka-last row. Since 2 can be divided by 2, so divided by 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. 2 divided by 2, so that is simply 1. 9 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. Now 9 is not a prime number, so we'll divide it again by 3. So this time, what will happen then, so this becomes 1 divided by 3 cannot be divided, so bring it down here. 1 divided by 3 cannot be divided. 9 divided by 3, that is simply 3. Now, kung mapansin natin, 1, 1, 3 are co-prime na. So we can multiply the prime divisor, multiply by prime quotient to obtain the least common multiple, and that is the same as 1, 6, 20. So let us check. 3 times 3, so that is 9, times 5, 45, times 2, that is 90, times 2, so that is 180, times 3, 540, times 3, so that is 1,620. Now you will notice, this is the first solution we divided by 5, since the first two numbers can be divided exactly by 5. Here in the second solution, 3 numbers can be divided exactly by 3. What about the third solution? 45, 60, 81. Now, if you take notice, 45, 60 can also be divided by 3. So let us divide this by 3. 45 by 3, so that's exactly 15. 60 by 3, so that is 20. 81 divided by 3, that is equal to 27. Now 15, 20 are number which is exactly divisible by 5. So let us divide this by 5. 15 divided by 5, so that is simply 3. 20 divided by 5, so that is 4. 27 divided by 5 cannot be, so bring it down here. Now 4 or 3 and 27 is exactly divisible by 3. So we'll divide this by 3. So 3 divided by 3, so that's 1. 4 divided by 3 cannot be, so bring it down here in the second row. In the last row, I should say. 27 divided by 3, so that is 9. Now 1, 4, 9 are not co-prime numbers, so we still continue the process. So 4 can be divided by the first prime number, which is 2. So we'll divide this by 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. 4 divided by 2, so that is 2. 9 ay hindi natin pwedeng divide sa 2, so bababa natin ang 9 dito. So we have 9. Now 1, 2, 9 are not co-primes, but 2 can be divided by 2. So continue the process. So divided by 2. 1 divided by 2, so that is cannot be, so bring it down here. 1. 2 divided by 2, that is exactly 1. 9 divided by 2, or it cannot be, so bring it down here. Then 9 can be divided by 3. Continue the process, so we have 3. 1 divided by 3, so that cannot be, so bring it down 1. 1 divided by 3, so bring it down 1 here again. 9 can be divided by 3, so that is simply 3. Now mapansin natin, 1, 1, 3 now are now eco-prime numbers. That is the same when we multiply the prime divisor multiplied by the prime quotient, and that will yield to exactly 1620. So let us check. 3 times 5, so that is 15, times 3, 45, times 2, 90, times 2, 180, times 3, 540, and then times 3, so that is exactly 1620. Okay, problem number 3, we need to find the LCM of 21, 42, and 56. Same procedure, we will write the given numbers in horizontal line or in a row, separating them with commas, and then draw the inverted division. 21, 42, 56 cannot be divided by prime number 2, nor 3, nor 5, but this number can be exactly divisible by 7. So we'll divide this by 7. So 21 divided by 7, so understood to be 3. 42 divided by 7, so that is 6. 56 divided by 7, that is 8. Then continue the process of step 2 and step 3 hanggang sa maging co-prime ang pinaka-last row. Now kung mapansin natin, ang 3 and 6 ay exactly divisible by 3. So we'll divide this by 3. So 3 divided by 3, so that is simply 1. 6 divided by 3, so that is 2. 8 divided by 3 cannot be, so we will bring it down in the next row. So this becomes 8. Now 1 to 8 again are not co-prime numbers. So therefore, we will continue the process of step 2 and step 3 hanggang sa maging co-prime number ang pinaka-last row. Now 2 and 8 are even number. At least 2 of the given number exactly divide by 2. So we'll divide 2 and 8 by 2. So we have 2 here. 1 divided by 2 cannot be. So bring it down in the next row. So we have 1. 2 divided by 2, so that is 1. 8 divided by 2, that is 4. 1, 1, 4 are not co-prime since 4 can be divided by 2. So we'll still continue the process. So divided by 2, 1 divided by 2 cannot be, bring it down here. 1 divided by 2 cannot be, bring it down here. 4 divided by 2, so that is simply 2. Now, yung pinaka-last row ay co-prime na. Then therefore, we can now find the LCD by multiplying the prime quotient times prime divisor, or it should be prime divisor times prime quotient to find the LCM. Therefore, the LCM is the product of 7 times 3 times 2 times 2, and that becomes 7 times 3, so that is 21, times 2, 42, times 2, 84, times 2, so that is equal to 168. And that is the LCM of 21, 42, 56. Meaning to say, ang 168 ay pwedeng i-divide exactly by 21, 168 divided by 42, 168, 56. So that is the LCM of that given 3 numbers. For the last number we have is, we are given 4 numbers, 12, 18, 32, and 40, and we are required to find the LCM. Same procedure, we will write the given numbers horizontally or in a row. Now, kung mapapansin natin, 12, 18, 32, and 40 are exactly divisible by the first prime number 2. So 12 divided by 2, so that is 6. 18 divided by 2, so that's exactly 9. 32 divided by 2, so that is 16. 40 divided by 2, so that is 20. Now 6, 16, and 20 are all even number except 9. So we can divide these 3 numbers by 2 again. So we'll divide this by 2. So 6 divided by 2, so that is 3. Since 9 cannot be divided by 2, so bababa lang natin yung 9 dito sa ilalim. 16 divided by 2, so that is 8. 20 divided by 2, so that is simply 10. Now, 3 and 9, that at least 2 number na pwedeng i-divide sa next prime number, which is 3. So, we'll divide this by 3. So, 3 divided by 3, so that is 1. 9 divided by 3, so that is exactly 3. 8 cannot be divided by 3, so bring it down here. 10 again cannot be divided by 3, so bring it down here. Now, 8 and 10 can be divided by 2. Since all numbers are not co-prime, so we will divide 8 and 10 by 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, bring it down here. Same thing with 3 by 2, so we will bring it down here. 8 divided by 2, so that is simply 4. 10 divided by 2, so that is 5. Now 1, 3, 4, 5 are not co-prime. But we can say that 3 and 5 are prime numbers, but 4 is not. So we'll still continue the process by just simply dividing 4 by 2. So we'll divide this by 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, so ibababa lang natin yung 1 dito. 3 divided by 2 cannot be, so we'll bring it 3 here. So 4 divided by 2, so that's exactly 2. 5 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, 1, 3, 2, 5 are co-prime. So then therefore, to find the LCM of 12, 18, 32, and 40, we will multiply this prime divisor multiplied by the prime quotient. That will yield to the LCM of these three numbers. So we have the LCM equal 22322 multiplied by 325. So let us find the product. 2 times 2, 4 times 3, so that is 12. 12 times 2, 24. Times 2, 48, times 3, 144, times 2, 288, times 5, so we have 1,440. That is the LCM of the given 4 numbers, 12, 18, 32, and 40. Okay, let us try this problem with other solution. 12, 18, 32, 40. Now, if we take notice of this, 12, 18 can be divided by 3. So, we'll divide this by 3. So, 12 divided by 3, so that is 4. 18 divided by 3, so that's exactly 6. 32 and 40 cannot be divided by 3. So, then therefore, 32 and 40 will bring it down here. 32, same thing with 40. Now, kung mapansin natin, 4, 6, 32, and 40 are all even numbers. Meaning to say, we can divide that numbers by the first prime number, which is 2. So dividing it by 2, so the quotient now becomes 4 divided by 2, so that is 2. 6 divided by 2, so that is 3. 32 divided by 2, so that is 16. 40 divided by 2, so that is 20. Now, since 2, 16, and 20 are even numbers, only 3 is odd number, we can divide 2, 16, and 20 by 2 again. So we'll divide this by 2. So 2 divided by 2, so that is 1. 3 divided by 2, we cannot divide it, so bring it down here, 3. 16 divided by 2, so that understood to be 8. 20 divided by 2, so that's exactly 10. Now 8 and 10 can be divided by 2. So we'll divide again this 4 number by 2. So 1 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring it down here. Same thing with 3, so bring it down here. 8 divided by 2, so that's exactly 4. 10 divided by 2, so that is simply 5. Again, 1, 3, 4, 5 are not co-prime. So we still continue the process. So divide 4 by 2, so that all numbers becomes co-prime. So dividing it by 2, so what will happen then? 1 divided by 2, so we just simply copy or bring it down 1 here. 3 divided by 2, same thing with the 3, bring it down here. But 4 can be divided by 2, so that is simply 2. And 5 cannot be divided by 2, so therefore bring it down the 5 here. Now 1, 3, 2, 5 again are co-prime numbers. So when you multiply the prime divisor and the prime quotient, it will yield with the same answer, which is 1,440.